What's up, you guys? We're back in the kitchen cooking with Adrianne Latrice. Today, we're going to be cooking up some delicious Asian egg rolls. And it is all vegan or vegetarian. No meat will be in these egg rolls. But when I tell you, it is so delicious. So we start off with some bean sprouts and cabbage and carrots. Those are like the three main ingredients that makes your egg roll. And then, of course, you want to have your egg roll wraps. We're going to be using a little bit of vegetable oil when we put it in the pan to stir fry it. And we have our tempura sauce. Now, this tempura sauce is like one of the best ingredients to add. It gives it a lot of great flavor. And then I have two different soys, regular soy and dark soy. I think the dark soy just gives it a little bit more flavor. And to top it off, oh my goodness, this sauce right here, you can find at your local grocery store. It's the sweet chili sauce. This sauce could work for any meats or egg rolls, but we love it with our egg roll. We sort of just dip it inside, and it turns out yummy and delicious. So, check me out. Let's get to cooking. These three seasonings together will give your egg roll a nice flavor and texture. So I am going to go ahead and add a little parsley, basil, and thyme leaves to my mixture. So right now what I've done was went ahead and chopped up the cabbage, added the carrots and the bean sprouts with a little bit of vegetable oil. You can also use olive oil to the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and season it with my thyme, my basil, and my parsley leaves. And now I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. You definitely don't want to overdo the soy sauce at first. Maybe like a couple tablespoons just to start off with, because everything that you add is very flavorful, so be careful at the beginning. And of course, like all of my videos, I recommend that you taste it. So here's my dark soy. I added a little bit of that. Keep in mind, dark soy has a deeper flavor, so you definitely don't want to add too much. And then my favorite, the tempura sauce, which gives it a lot of wonderful flavor. But it is very similar to soy, so you don't want to overdo your tempura sauce either. But I do put a little bit more tempura than I do soy. So now I'm just going to go ahead and let this cook for a few minutes and stir occasionally. As you stir and let it cook, you'll notice that your cabbage and carrots and all of your mixture is going to start getting nice and soft and blended well together. So we'll just check back after like 5 minutes cooking it on medium. Okay, so after about 5 or 6 additional minutes, I tasted it and realized it needed a little bit more flavor. So I did add a little bit of salt and pepper, some more of that soy sauce, and tempura. And I'm just going to let it stir and mix in for like 2 more minutes. But as you can see, the flavors are really coming together and the texture, the cabbage is getting a little more soft. So this is really done, but I'll let it cook for maybe 2 more minutes. And then we'll have to turn off the fire and put our mixture inside of a bowl to let it cool off. Okay, so what I've done here, I used a scooper to scoop out my egg roll mixture from the pan, and I placed it in a bowl. So basically, I'm going to let this cool for at least 15 or 20 minutes. It's important that your mixture cools before you place it inside of your egg roll. That would prevent your egg roll from getting soggy. So there is a method to the madness. The cool mixture will help your egg roll stay nice and crispy like it will at those restaurants when you buy it. Okay, so I have everything on the counter here. I've already completed a few egg rolls. So basically you take one of the egg roll wraps, and you could kind of lay it diagonally on a plate. And then you want to take some of your egg roll filling and place it in the middle of your egg roll wrap. You can put as much or as little as you want, but just keep in mind, the more you place inside of your egg roll, the more the chances are that your egg roll will bust open or something like that. So I try to put a moderate amount, but don't overfill it. So once you have your mixture inside of the egg roll, you can take the bottom of the egg roll wrap and place it over the filling. And then just pull it back. Pull your filling back as much as you can, and then press it down just a little bit. And make sure if it's overflowing on the edges, You can just push it in a little bit there. So now you want to do like a two-fold. You fold one in the corner here up. And then you take the other corner and you sort of fold it in. And as you can see, there's a nice little edge there. And you literally do the same thing with your left side. You take the bottom corner and you fold it in a little bit. And then you sort of fold it over a double time. Now what you want to do is sort of push it back a little bit more and then literally just roll it up. Now it may not be perfect, but you get the gist of it. So then what I like to do is leave a little bit of edge out here and dip your fingers in water and just sort of rub a little water over the edge of the egg roll. Or you can also use a brush and dip it in the water. The purpose of the water is to seal your egg roll. So the water is sort of like a glue to seal it closed. And then you just take a little bit more water and dab it along the part that you closed it at so it can seal it completely. And as you can see, you have a nice little egg roll here. And once I'm done making all of my egg rolls, I'm going to fry them. Okay, so I have the egg rolls inside of the pan with the little vegetable oil. Another recommendation is using a deep fryer. 2 to 3 minutes in the fryer and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so these are my finishing product. I made quite a bit of egg rolls. I believe 1 pack of egg roll wraps made about maybe 15. So I've cut one on top just to show you the inside filling, and look at that. That looks so delicious. And when I tell you it is delicious, I am not lying. You have to give it a try. Very inexpensive meal to make and very yummy and delicious. Your family would definitely enjoy it. I truly appreciate you guys cooking with me again. Your girl, Adrianne Latrice. I truly enjoy all of the support that I'm getting and all of the love. Thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing. And please continue to cook with Adrianne Latrice. Until next time, peace.